Yeah, well, many Democrats here in North Carolina had really been pushing hard for Governor Roy Cooper in the Veep stakes until he announced he was taking his name out of the running. But party leaders say they are also happy with Walz because they believe he will also appeal to working class voters and rural North Carolinians. North Carolina Democratic Party Chair Anderson Clayton is part of the group Rural Americans for Harris. Part of her strategy has been for Democrats to expand their support in rural North Carolina. And she says Walz's working class Midwestern background as a teacher and veteran helps with that.
I think that he's going to be able to really pull people into this that are feeling like they're struggling right now, whether that be from, an economic struggle or whether that be from personal struggle, whether that be from you just feel alienated in politics. And I think he's going to be really able to speak to folks that maybe haven't seen themselves necessarily or heard themselves necessarily represented in these spaces in a while. It's nice to have a small towner do that.
Meanwhile, North Carolina Republicans say they don't believe the dynamics of the race have changed, and they're making the case to voters that they believe both Harris and Walz's politics are too liberal to flip the state.
North Carolina voters, especially rural voters, once they learn of who he truly is, as well as Kamala Harris, will continue to reject those far left policies and continue to embrace those policies that will allow the American dream to flourish.
Yeah, one thing for certain, both the campaigns heavily targeting North Carolina. Harris was set to appear in Raleigh with Tim Walz on Thursday, but that has now been postponed due to the severe weather threat we are tracking. And J.D. Vance, Trump's running mate, also set to be here on Thursday. That one's still up in the air. They are still monitoring the weather situation. But either way, North Carolinians, we will get to hear from both of those VP picks at some point. Reporting live, Tom George, ABC 11 Eyewitness News.